All station.
Namaskar viewers, as ISRO is gearing for the path-breaking space docking experiment mission, we extend a hearty welcome to you from the Satish Dhawan Space Center, Shar, Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh, the only spaceport of India. I am Madhuri giving the commentary in English. My co-commentator Shri Vikas Vankar will be giving commentary in Hindi. This telecast is being brought to you by Doordarshan from the Mission Control Center. The launch of Pslv-Ca Spadex mission will place ISRO at a higher pedestal for technological achievement. The launch is scheduled to take place 22:00 hours Indian Standard Time today, that is 30th of December 2024, from the first launch pad of SDSC Shar. The intent of the launch is to place the Spadex A and B spacecrafts, each weighing about 220 kilograms, in an orbit with a semi-major axis of 6,852.5 kilometers and 55 degrees inclination. The altitude of spacecraft injection will be 476.8 kilometers. The mission also carries 24 payloads, 14 from Department of Space and 10 from non-government enterprises and universities as part of PSLV Orbital Experiment Module, पोएम 4।
नमस्कार, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आप सभी दर्शकों का इसरो के अगले अंतरिक्ष मिशन के सीधे प्रसारण में। मैं विकास स्वर्णकार आपके सामने हिंदी में कमेंट्री प्रस्तुत करने जा रहा हूं और मेरे साथ हैं मिस माधुरी पी जो इंग्लिश में कमेंट्री प्रस्तुत करेंगी। हर बार की तरह भारतीय अंतरिक्ष अनुसंधान संगठन इसरो देश की प्रगति की ओर कदम बढ़ाता हुआ आज फिर तैयार है अपने अंतरिक्ष प्रयोगों के गुलदस्ते के साथ, जिसका नाम है PSLV-C स्पेडएक्स मिशन। यह मिशन इस वर्ष का 5वां मिशन है और पूरे प्रमोशन मिशन की संख्या इस तरह 99 पहुंच चुकी है, यानी अगला मिशन इसरो का 100वां मिशन होने जाएगा। PSLV की श्रृंखला में यह 62वां मिशन होने जा रहा है। इसी महीने की 5 तारीख को हमने PSLV-C प्रोबा 3 अंतरिक्ष यान का सफल प्रक्षेपण देखा था और आज 30 दिसंबर 2024 को हम देखने जा रहे हैं PSLV-C स्पेडएक्स का प्रमोशन, जो कि भारतीय मानक समयानुसार रात 10:15 पर सतीश धवन अंतरिक्ष केंद्र शार श्रीहरिकोटा के प्रथम प्रमोशन मंच से किया जाएगा। स्पेडएक्स यानी कि स्पेस डॉकिंग एक्सपेरिमेंट, इस मिशन में 2 अंतरिक्ष यानों को पृथ्वी की 476 किलोमीटर की कक्षा में स्वायत्त डॉकिंग का प्रदर्शन करने के लिए भेजा जा रहा है। इसका मतलब है 2 अलग उपग्रह आपस में संचार से सामंजस्य बनाते हुए अंतरिक्ष में ही एक दूसरे के पास आएंगे और जुड़ जाएंगे। इसके अलावा इस मिशन में भी पहले की तरह PS4 ऑर्बिटल एक्सपेरिमेंट मॉड्यूल यानी पोएम 4 प्लेटफॉर्म का प्रयोग करते हुए मुख्य उपग्रहों के प्रक्षेपण के दौरान PS4 का उपयोग अंतरिक्ष प्रयोगों के लिए किया जाएगा। अब आप सभी दर्शकों के सामने आ रहा है PSLV-C का इंटीग्रेशन वीडियो।
Here on your TV screens, you are able to see the flag off of the nozzle end segment of PSLV-C mission. It is being brought from a facility fully prepared to the PSLV integration facilities. This facility has converted the mobile launch structure incorporated first launch pad to an integrate transfer launch, which enables enhancement of launch frequency. This is the middle segment being very carefully hoisted. It will be placed on the nozzle end segment. Tang and clevis joint being jointed by the pins. The first stage S139 motor comprises of a nozzle end segment, 3 middle segments and a head end segment.
all stations.
अभी आप सभी दर्शक देख रहे हैं, यह प्रथम चरण है कोर अलोन PSLV-C60 का, जो कि ठोस नोदक पर आधारित चरण है। इसके 5 खंड होते हैं। इसे PSLV इंटीग्रेशन फैसिलिटी, जो कि अत्याधुनिक सुविधाओं के साथ बनाई गई है, इसमें PSLV-C60 का समायोजन किया जा रहा है। इसमें प्रथम चरण पर यह इग्नाइटर का असेंबली हो चुकी है और यह इंटर स्टेज लाया जा रहा है, जिसमें रिट्रो मोटर्स लगे हुए हैं।
After the interstage that you have seen at the PF building, this is the second stage of the PSLV rocket, checked out for its operational adequacy in a separate facility, being moved on a trailer to be tilted and integrated on the first stage.
यह द्वितीय चरण, तरल नोदक पर आधारित द्वितीय चरण विकास इंजन के साथ, इसे भी पूर्ण सुरक्षा तथा गुणवत्ता के साथ प्रथम चरण के ऊपर समायोजित कर दिया गया। और यह है तीसरा चरण HPS-3 हाई परफॉर्मेंस PS-3 स्टेज।
The third and fourth stage of PSLV are integrated in a separate building and module together to be hoisted and integrated together upon the stack of first and second stages.
जहां इससे पहले यह कार्य MST में किया जाता था, लेकिन अब यह नवीन निर्मित पिप फैसिलिटी, PSLV इंटीग्रेशन फैसिलिटी पर यह तैयार किया गया है और चतुर्थ चरण के समायोजन के पश्चात इसे सुरक्षित पिप फैसिलिटी से MST की ओर लाया जा रहा है।
This is a bird's eye view of the movement of a fully integrated PSLV vehicle up to the fourth stage at MST. These are the visuals in the satellite preparation facility for Spadex 1 and 2.
जी हाँ, यही है मुख्य उपग्रह इस मिशन के, Spadex 1 और Spadex 2। इनके साथ में 24 नितभार और सफर कर रहे हैं PSLV-C60 में। इन सब का समायोजन तथा परीक्षण क्लीन रूम में किया जाता है, पूरी गुणवत्ता और सुरक्षा बनाए रखते हुए।
To ensure a dust-free environment, the satellites are prepared in a clean room in various centers of Isro. And here at the launch complex also, the satellite preparation facility has a clean room. And this container is specialized for temperature control for the spacecrafts. This is at the launch complex, MST clean room.
अब उपग्रह को तथा नितभारों को इसमें समायोजित कर दिया गया है। पूर्णतः तैयार PSLV-C60 प्रमोचकयान अपने उद्देश्य को पूरा करने के लिए MST पर सज्ज है।
The viewers may recall that the first launch pad at SDSC Shar has hosted the previous launch only on 5th of December 2024. And today, yet again, it is ready for another launch.
PSLV-C60 प्रमोचन यान की उल्टी गिनती 25 घंटे पहले शुरू हो चुकी है और अब हम T0 यानी प्रमोचन से 21 मिनट की दूरी पर हैं। सारी गतिविधियां आबाद रूप से जारी हैं। इस दौरान यान को पावर ऑन किया गया है और सभी आंतरिक जांच जारी है। साथ ही तरल नोदक के भराव तथा गैस टैंकों में दबाव सुनिश्चित कर लिया गया है। सभी संचार तंत्रों की जांच पूरी की जा चुकी है। इस दौरान मौसम विभाग, यातायात और नौवहन विभाग से भी अनुमति ले ली गई है। मौसम पूरी तरह सामान्य, 2 मीटर प्रति सेकंड वायु गति। उल्टी गिनती के दौरान हमने अंतरिक्ष यान की बैटरी आवेशन भी पूरा कर लिया है। प्रणोदक प्रणाली की जांच जारी है। कुछ अंतिम गतिविधियों के पश्चात यान निदेशक यान की तैयारी की सूचना मिशन निदेशक को देंगे। अब आप देख रहे हैं लॉन्च व्यू गैलरी का दृश्य।
T-20 minutes. All stations change over to channel 2.
9:40 और यहाँ उमड़ती हुई भीड़, सभी दर्शकों का रोमांच यहाँ देखते ही बनता है। सभी इंतजार में कब T0 को PSLV C60 का प्रज्वलन हो और हम रॉकेट की उड़ान देख सकें।
Roger.
SP1B to control. Systems are ready. Spacecraft A and B are ready, and both are on internal battery.
Roger. Roger.
As we await the launch, let me appraise the viewers about the mission details. The liftoff occurs at T0 that coincides with the ignition of core S139 motor. This mission being a core-alone configuration, having no strap-ons, the 111-second action time of PS1 carries the rocket to 50 kilometers altitude. The second stage, igniting soon after PS1 burnout, carries the rocket up to 179 kilometers altitude during its 151-second burn time. Relative velocity at this instant is 4 kilometers per second. The third stage, PS3 operation, begins 263 seconds into flight and continues for 123 seconds, during which there is 99 kilometers addition in altitude and 2.4 kilometer per second addition in relative velocity. After the burnout of PS3, there is a coast phase of 125 seconds to enable 108.7 kilometer increase in altitude. 10 seconds after the PS3 separation, the fourth stage, PS4, ignites and continues to burn for 271 seconds. Another coast phase of 117 seconds follows after PS4 burnout. At 909.5 seconds into flight, the orbital parameters for the injection of Spadex B and 3 seconds later for Spadex A are achieved. The fourth stage,
Director Roger.
PS4 of Pslv-C60 Spadex mission will restart 32 minutes 37 seconds into flight for the first time and at about 1 hour 21 minutes into flight for the second time. The final altitude achieved for PSLV orbital experimental module is 350 kilometers.
T-17 minutes.
Having to control timing confirmed
अभी हम 17 मिनट दूर हैं उड़ान से।
LCC want to note timing confirmed, external hold mode. VLCC Roger. Spacecraft Director to Mission Director. Roger. Both spacecrafts SDX-01 and XDX-02 health parameters are normal and spacecraft is cleared for launch. Mission Director Roger. Forwarded to Mission Director. Range is ready for PSLV C60 Spadex launch. Mission Director Roger.
TTC Director to Mission Director. All ISTRAC participating station and network is ready to support PSLV C60 Spadex mission.
अब ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस शुरू होने जा रहा है।
TCTC data loggers are on at SHAR-1 and SHAR-2 stations.
अंतरिक्ष यान निदेशक, रेंज निदेशक, टेलीमेट्री ट्रैकिंग एंड कमांड निदेशक, सैटेलाइट निदेशक ने अपने तंत्रों की सूचना मिशन डायरेक्टर को दे दी है।
Already given clearance for proceeding with the countdown and launch of PSLV C60 Spadex mission. All operations in the countdown sequence till automatic launch sequence have been completed satisfactorily. Based on the clearance obtained from launch vehicle, spacecraft, range and ISTRAC network stations and prevailing favorable weather conditions, Mission Director hereby authorizes to initiate launch operation sequence for the launch of PSLV C60 Spadex mission at 22 hours 15 seconds IST today, that is 30th of December 2024.
All stations to note,
यहाँ भी आपने
Mission
सुना
Director has given authorization for the launch of
PSLV-C60 के मिशन
PSLV
डायरेक्टर
C60 Spadex mission.
ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस शुरू करने का अनुमोदन दे दिया है। सभी तंत्र संतोषजनक कार्य करते हुए आगे बढ़ रहे हैं।
22 hours 15 seconds IST today, 30th December 2024. Automatic launch sequence initiated for PSLV C60 Spadex mission.
इसकी पुष्टि हो चुकी है। ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस शुरू किया जा चुका है।
T minus 15 minutes.
इस दौरान एक अनुक्रम में जांच शुरू हो चुकी है और इस जांच के अंत में कोर स्टेज प्रथम चरण का प्रज्वलन शुरू होगा.
The VSSC based Launch Control Center and LCC at SDSC Shah are participating in a capsule of very important launch critical system verification, which is being carried out as a part of automatic launch sequence initiation. Very close to T0, the control is handed over to onboard computers.
PSLV-C60 स्पेडेक्स मिशन PSLV की कोर अलोन संस्करण में 18वीं उड़ान होने जा रही है. इसमें प्रथम चरण में S139 ठोस नोदक वाला मोटर है. उसके ऊपर क्रमशः तरल ठोस और फिर अंतिम में तरल नोदक वाला PS4 चरण है. PS4 के ऊपर दोनों उपग्रहों को समायोजित किया गया है. PS4 के साथ 24 भार जिसे मल्टीपल समायोजित किया गया है. PS4 में विद्युत आपूर्ति के लिए सोलर पैनल लगे हुए हैं और कक्षांतरण के लिए इसमें गैस थ्रस्टर्स का प्रयोग किया जा रहा है. अब आपके सामने कुछ ही क्षणों में प्रस्तुत है कर्टन रेजर वीडियो PSLV-C60 स्पेडेक्स मिशन का.
ISRO's remarkable journey in developing space technologies exemplifies the power of vision and innovation. In recent years, ISRO has achieved noteworthy accomplishments showcasing India's potential as a front-runner in the field of space exploration. The upcoming space docking experiment, Spadex from ISRO, is a significant advancement in space technology. This mission features two robust spacecraft designated as Spacecraft A and Spacecraft B. Both spacecrafts are built on an extended microsat bus, each weighing approximately 220 kilograms. These spacecrafts are designed to be androgynous, allowing either one to take on the role of the chaser during the docking process. The objectives of Spadex are to develop and demonstrate the technology for rendezvous and docking using two small spacecraft and to control the spacecrafts in the docked condition. Additionally, the mission aims to test power transfer between the docked spacecrafts. Key indigenous technologies in Spadex include sensors for rendezvous and docking, docking mechanism and inter-satellite link for an orbit exchange of data between spacecrafts. Spadex utilizes sophisticated docking technologies and tailored assessments to accurately measure distance, position and attitude. The docking procedure is carefully structured into several distinct phases. The initial separation and control drift till 5 kilometers, followed by progressively closer approach phases that incorporate hold points from 1.5 kilometers till 3 meters for safety and control, culminating in the final docking phase, characterized by capture, retraction, and rigidization. To validate the navigation guidance and control during docking, several specialized tests were conducted, including the docking mechanism performance test for testing final phase of automatic rendezvous docking and undocking sequence, vertical docking experiment laboratory for testing docking mechanisms under controlled conditions, and the rendezvous simulation lab for validating onboard algorithms with real-time simulations. Detailed characterization tests at sensors level have been carried out in addition to system level tests. Flight model special tests at spacecraft level were also conducted for sensors and mechanism performance verification. The spacecraft is equipped with payloads for standalone mission phases. These payloads will provide high-resolution images, aid in natural resource monitoring, support vegetation studies, and measure the on-orbit radiation environment, offering various applications. The Spadex will be launched from the first launch pad of the Spaceport of India Satish Dhawan Space Centre SDSC Shar Sriharikota by the workhorse rocket of Isro's Pslv-Ca alone version to an altitude of 475 km at 55-degree inclination. The Pslv-C60 mission marks the 62nd flight of the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle and the 18th mission using the Pslv-Ca alone configuration. Pslv-C60 is the first vehicle to be integrated up to the PS4 stage at PSLV Integrated Facility and then transferred to Mobile Service Tower for satellite assembly and launch. Subsequent to the injection of the Spadex satellites, the terminal stage of the launch vehicle, PS4, will be restarted twice to reduce the orbit to a 350 km circular orbit. The PSLV Orbital Experimental Module 4 will conduct scientific experiments on various payloads from Isro, academic institutions, and private space agencies. With this mission, Isro will harness India's vast potential in space exploration, paving the way for long-duration human spaceflight, setting the stage for the proposed Bharatiya Antariksh Station and landing an Indian on the moon by 2040. With each step forward, Isro continues to inspire the nation and fuel the dreams of a limitless future in space.
That was the curtain raiser giving the mission overview for PSLV-C60 Spadex mission. We are 7 minutes 30 seconds away from the launch. The countdown for this mission has been 25 hours long and continuing smoothly. Confirmatory checks on spacecraft, launch vehicle, gearing up the range tracking systems, servicing of liquid propellants into the stages, pressurization of onboard command gas bottles are some of the activities that are carried out during countdown.
T-7 minutes.
अब हम उड़ान से 7 मिनट की दूरी पर हैं। इस दौरान आपको PSLV-C60 के प्रमोशन घटनाक्रम के बारे में जानकारी देते हैं। इसमें सर्वप्रथम T-3 सेकंड्स पर रिएक्शन कंट्रोल थ्रस्टर्स का प्रज्वलन शुरू होगा। T0 पर प्रथम चरण S139 सॉलिड बूस्टर का प्रज्वलन शुरू होगा। इसका प्रज्वलन काल 111 सेकंड का होगा और इस समय यान लगभग 50 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई प्राप्त कर लेगा। प्रथम चरण को यहां यान से पृथक कर दिया जाएगा। इसके तुरंत बाद ही PS2 यानी द्वितीय चरण का प्रज्वलन शुरू हो जाएगा। यह चरण तरल नोदक पर आधारित चरण है। इसका कार्यकाल लगभग 150 सेकंड का होगा। PS2 चरण के दौरान ही प्रमोशन यान क्लोज लूप गाइडेंस के अंतर्गत काम करेगा। इसका मतलब जाइरोस, एक्सेलेरोमीटर्स और अन्य सेंसर्स की मदद से अपनी वास्तविक स्थिति का पता लगाकर इंजन जिम्बल की मदद से वह अपनी उद्दिष्ट कक्षा हासिल करेगा।
T-6 मिनट्स।
इस दौरान जब यान 116 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई पर होगा तब यान से ऊष्मा कवच को यानी पेलोड फेयरिंग को पृथक कर दिया जाएगा। PS2 का कार्यकाल समाप्त होते ही यान से पृथक कर दिया जाएगा और उसके 1 सेकंड के बाद ही तृतीय चरण PS3 जो कि ठोस नोदक पर आधारित चरण है, इसका प्रज्वलन शुरू हो जाएगा। PS3 का कार्यकाल 150 सेकंड का होगा। तृतीय चरण के पश्चात कोस्टिंग फेज की शुरुआत होगी, जिसमें बिना किसी प्रबंधन के यान पूर्व प्राप्त संवेग से 125 सेकंड तक 108 किलोमीटर की अतिरिक्त ऊंचाई प्राप्त करेगा। कोस्टिंग फेज 125 सेकंड के समाप्त होने पर तृतीय चरण को यान से पृथक कर दिया जाएगा। तृतीय चरण के पृथकन के पश्चात 10 सेकंड के पश्चात चतुर्थ चरण यानी अंतिम चरण है जो PSLV का, उसका प्रज्वलन शुरू होगा। यह तरल नोदक पर आधारित चरण है और यह वह अंतिम चरण है PSLV का जो अंतरिक्ष यानों को पूरी सटीकता से उद्दिष्ट कक्षा में अंतक्षेपित करता है। कक्षा की उद्दिष्ट स्थिति प्राप्त होते ही PS4 को बंद कर दिया जाएगा। Pslv-C60 स्पेडएक्स मिशन में स्पेडेक्स A उपग्रह को 476 किलोमीटर की गोलाकार कक्षा में अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा। सर्वप्रथम इसमें स्पेडेक्स B को अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा, उसके बाद 3 सेकंड के पश्चात स्पेडेक्स A को अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा। मुख्य उपग्रह के प्रक्षेपण के पश्चात PS4 चतुर्थ चरण को 1045 सेकंड के पश्चात पुनः प्रज्वलित किया जाएगा। यह PS4 में स्थित निदभार के लिए अंतरिक्ष प्रयोगों के लिए किया जाएगा। इसमें पहली कक्षा 482 किलोमीटर की होगी। इस कक्षा में लगभग 30 सेकंड तक PS4 प्रज्वलित रहेगा, फिर शांत कर दिया जाएगा। इसके पश्चात वेग को कम करके लगभग 2880 सेकंड के पर जब PS4 365 किलोमीटर की निचली कक्षा में आ जाएगा, इन्हें अन्य निदभार प्रयोगों के लिए उपयोग किया जाएगा। इन सभी प्रयोगों के पश्चात PS4 में बचे हुए नोदक को यान से बाहर निकाल दिया जाएगा। इससे यान निष्क्रिय हो जाएगा और यह अंतरिक्ष मलबे को कम करने के लिए एक जिम्मेदार कदम होता है। स्पेडेक्स उपग्रहों को UR राव उपग्रह केंद्र और विभिन्न इसरो केंद्र जैसे VSSC, LPSC, SAC, IASU और लियोस द्वारा अभिकल्पित और साकार किया गया है। इन उपग्रहों को इसरो ट्रैकिंग सेंटर स्ट्रैक द्वारा कक्षा में संचालित किया जाएगा। उपग्रहों के पूरे समाकलन और परीक्षण का काम अनंत टेक्नोलॉजीज बैंगलोर द्वारा URSC के पर्यवेक्षण पे किया गया है।
We are 2 minutes 25 seconds away from T0. Space docking experiment called Spadex will herald India's space ambitions to a next level through space handshake. These two Spadex spacecrafts will be injected 3 seconds apart and allowed to drift apart before mission objective demonstration of rendezvous, docking, undocking and power transfer takes place. The mission will be a forerunner for autonomous docking needed for future lunar missions like Chandrayaan-4, ISRO's ambitious program of building and operating of Bharatiya Antariksh Station. Through this mission, India is marching towards becoming the 4th country in the world to have space docking technology.
अब हम उड़ान से ठीक 1 मिनट 30 सेकंड की दूरी पर इसरो यह क्रांतिक प्रयोग भविष्य के मिशन जैसे अंतरिक्ष यान रखरखाव, स्पेस स्टेशन संचालन, अंतरिक्ष ग्रहीय मिशन जैसे अंतर्ग्रही मिशन जैसे चंद्रयान, गगनयान आदि मिशनों में स्वायत्त डॉकिंग तकनीक का अग्रदूत होने जा रहा है। यह तकनीक आज कुछ ही देशों के पास है जैसे US, रशिया और चाइना। इस प्रयोग के पश्चात भारत भी उन चुनिंदा देशों में होगा जिसके पास यह तकनीक होगी।
minus
अब हम
50
उड़ान से
seconds.
50 सेकंड की दूरी पर
minus 45 seconds. Minus 40 seconds. Minus 35 seconds. Minus 30 seconds.
Real-time programs activated.
Minus 25 seconds. Minus 20 seconds. Minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Plus 5 seconds.
Lift off normal.
That's a marvelous liftoff of PSLV
PT tracking.
C60 Spadex mission on the go.
Plus 15
Sleek
seconds.
PSLV Corellon vehicle
PT tracking.
saluted against the night sky, a beautiful sight to behold.
First
जी हाँ,
stage
अभी आपने देखा
performance normal.
सफलतापूर्ण उत्थापन PSLV C60 रॉकेट का रात
Plus
को
30
रोशन
seconds.
करता हुआ PSLV C60 अपने उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर
Pslv-Ca tracking.
सभी तंत्र सामान्य निष्पादन करते हुए रेंज ऑपरेशन डायरेक्टर ने इसकी पुष्टि की है। प्रथम चरण का निष्पादन पूरी तरह सामान्य है। प्रथम चरण का कुल कार्यकाल लगभग 111 सेकंड का
Start 2
होगा।
minute tracking.
Plus 1 minute.
Start 1 minute tracking.
S139 motor currently thrusting, developing 4,800 kilonewtons thrust. Its 138-ton solid propellants take 111 seconds to deplete.
Stage performance normal.
आसमान पूरी तरह साफ, इसलिए दूर तक हम देख सकते हैं। इस बार प्रथम चरण का प्रतिकन भी पूरी तरह साफ दिखाई देगा हमें।
Shah station currently tracking the rocket.
First stage separated. Second stage engine started. Closed
Plus 2
loop
minutes.
guidance initiated.
प्रथम चरण के कार्यकाल के पश्चात उसे सफलतापूर्वक पृथक कर दिया गया है यान से तथा द्वितीय चरण PS2
Second
स्टेज का
stage
प्रज्वलन शुरू हो
performance
चुका है।
normal.
The second stage has commenced its operation after the first stage separation. This stage burns on hypergolic earth-storable propellant combination of hydrate of unsymmetrical dimethyl hydrazine and dinitrogen tetroxide. The legendary Vikas engine developing 800 kilonewtons thrust in vacuum.
यान के सभी तंत्र सामान्य प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं और यान उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर बढ़ रहा है। यह द्वितीय चरण है जिसका कार्यकाल लगभग 150 सेकंड का होगा। इस दौरान वह 800 किलो न्यूटन का प्रणोद उत्पन्न कर रहा है और इंजन जिम्बल की मदद से दिशा निर्धारण किया जा रहा है। इस दौरान
Plus
यान
3 minutes.
क्लोज लूप गाइडेंस के अंतर्गत काम कर रहा है। कुछ ही क्षणों में हम पेलोड फेयरिंग यानी ऊष्मा कवच का प्रतिकन देखेंगे।
Payload fairing separated.
That's the next major flight event achieved, the separation of payload fairing.
Second stage performance normal.
प्रमोचन यान अब घने वातावरण से बाहर जा चुका है। अब इसकी ऊंचाई लगभग 130 किलोमीटर हो चुकी है, इसलिए ऊष्मा कवच की अब कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है। इसे यान से पृथक कर दिया गया है।
The second stage operation lasts for 151 seconds and will be jettisoned 4 minutes 20 seconds into flight. Shar and Port Blair stations tracking currently.
द्वितीय चरण तरल
Plus 4
पर
minutes.
आधारित चरण है। इसमें लगभग 42 टन तरल नोदक का प्रयोग किया जाता है। अब इस गतिविधि में अगली घटना होगी द्वितीय चरण का पृथकन तथा तृतीय चरण का प्रज्वलन शुरू।
Second stage separated. Third stage ignited.
We are four and a half minutes into flight and the third stage has commenced
Third
its
stage
operation.
performance normal.
द्वितीय चरण को कार्यकाल के पश्चात सफलतापूर्वक पृथक कर दिया गया है तथा तृतीय चरण ठोस नोदक पर आधारित तृतीय चरण इसका प्रज्वलन शुरू हो चुका है। पूरे तंत्र पूरी तरह सामान्य कार्य करते हुए
third stage of PSLV operates
Plus
on
5 minutes.
7.6 tons of HTPB-based solid propellant. Vacuum thrust close to 240 kilonewtons and close to 2 minutes burn time.
PSLV का यह तृतीय चरण HPS 3 चरण के नाम से जाना जाता है, हाई परफॉर्मेंस PS 3 स्टेज। इसमें कुल 7.6 टन का ठोस नोदक और इस दौरान यह 240 किलो न्यूटन का प्रणोद उत्पन्न कर रहा है।
Third stage performance normal.
तृतीय चरण को सतीश धवन अंतरिक्ष केंद्र द्वारा निर्मित किया जाता है।
Trajectory of the rocket closely following the prediction.
Plus 6 minutes.
यान पूरी तरह अपेक्षित पथ का अनुकरण करता हुआ अब तृतीय चरण अपने अंतिम कार्यकाल की ओर।
Third stage action completed.
The third
Vehicle in
stage
combined
has
hosting approximately for 125 seconds.
during the coast phase along with Shar and Port Blair stations. The tracking station at Singapore also starts to acquire the tracking and telemetry data.
तृतीय चरण का कार्यकाल समाप्त हो चुका है। इसके पश्चात कोस्टिंग फेज की शुरुआत हो चुकी है। यह कोस्टिंग फेज
Plus 7 minutes.
125 सेकंड का होगा। इस
Vehicle
दौरान बिना
performance
किसी
normal.
प्रबंधन के यान दिशा निर्धारण करते हुए अपनी उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर बढ़ रहा है।
As a precursor to rehearse for Gaganyaan mission, 11 ground stations will support for PSLV C-60 launch vehicle for orbits 1 and 2.
पूर्वी दिशा का यह मिशन है, इसलिए ग्राउंड स्टेशंस में शार, पोर्ट ब्लेयर, सिंगापुर, यत्रगा, शेटलैंड यूके, प्लाना और मॉरिशस स्थित ग्राउंड स्टेशंस इसे ट्रैक कर हम तक डेटा उपलब्ध कराएंगे।
Plus 8 minutes.
वर्तमान में
Vehicle
शार तथा
performance
पोर्ट ब्लेयर
normal.
स्थित ग्राउंड स्टेशन हम तक डेटा उपलब्ध करा रहे हैं। यान के सभी आंकड़े हम तक टेलीमेट्री डेटा द्वारा प्राप्त किए जाते हैं और उससे हमें अभी यह पता लग रहा है कि सभी तंत्र सामान्य हैं। यान अपनी उद्दिष्ट दिशा की ओर।
Third stage separated.
We have a confirmation from Range Operations Director that the third stage separation has taken place,
Fourth stage engine started.
and the fourth stage, uppermost stage PS4 is currently operating.
यह कोस्टिंग फेज समाप्त हो चुका है।
Fourth stage
तृतीय चरण
performance
को यान
normal.
से पृथक किया जा
Plus
चुका
9
है
minutes.
तथा इसके पश्चात चतुर्थ चरण PS4 स्टेज का प्रज्वलन शुरू हो चुका है और सभी तंत्र सामान्य कार्य कर रहे हैं।
We are 9 minutes 15 seconds into flight. Current altitude 417 kilometers.
अब यान की ऊंचाई 423 किलोमीटर हो चुकी है तथा सापेक्ष गति 6.39 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड। उद्दिष्ट कक्षा के लिए यह ऊंचाई 476 किलोमीटर की होनी है तथा सापेक्ष गति 7.3 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड की प्राप्त करनी बाकी है।
This stage will operate for
Fourth
271
stage
seconds.
performance normal.
during which the rocket will ascend to 80
Plus 10
kilometers
minutes.
in altitude. The relative velocity is enhanced from 6.2 kilometers per second to 7.3 kilometers per second. At 13 minutes 12 seconds into flight, the PS4 shuts off.
PSLV-C60 स्पेडएक्स मिशन में स्पेडएक्स ए तथा स्पेडएक्स बी नामक दो अंतरिक्ष यानों को 476 किलोमीटर की गोलाकार कक्षा में 55 डिग्री के झुकाव के साथ प्रक्षेपित किया जाएगा। इसमें स्पेडएक्स ए तथा स्पेडएक्स बी दोनों ही लगभग 220 किलोग्राम के हैं। पीएसएलवी की सटीक प्रक्षेपण क्षमताओं का प्रयोग करते हुए इन दोनों अंतरिक्ष यानों को कम से कम सापेक्ष गति के साथ यान से पृथक किया जाएगा। यान से पृथक होने के बाद इन दोनों उपग्रहों को, जिनमें एक को टारगेट तथा दूसरे को चेजर अंतरिक्ष यान का नाम दिया गया है, इनके बीच लगभग 30 किलोमीटर का अंतर होगा। यह अंतर कम होते हुए 20 किलोमीटर की दूरी को टारगेट यान से मौजूद प्रणोदन प्रणाली द्वारा बनाए रखा जाएगा। फिर सुनियोजित तरीके से प्रणोदन प्रणाली का इस्तेमाल करते हुए चेजर अंतरिक्ष यान टारगेट यान के नजदीक आएगा और यह दूरी जब 5 किलोमीटर से भी कम होते हुए 3 मीटर की हो जाएगी, तब अंतिम में दोनों अंतरिक्ष यान एक दूसरे से जुड़ जाएंगे। इसे हम डॉकिंग कहते हैं। दोनों अंतरिक्ष यानों के जुड़ने के बाद दोनों के बीच विद्युत शक्ति का स्थानांतरण का प्रदर्शन किया जाएगा। इस प्रदर्शन के पश्चात दोनों फिर से अलग होंगे और अपने निर्धारित भारों का उद्दिष्ट कार्य निष्पादन करेंगे। इन उपग्रहों को 2 साल के जीवन काल के लिए अभिकल्पित किया गया है।
Spadex mission is ISRO's first endeavor to get 2 spacecrafts to dock in space. Spadex has indigenous technologies developed for this mission. Docking mechanism is homegrown. So are the suite of 4 rendezvous and docking sensors. The spacecrafts will carry power transfer elements. The 2 spacecrafts will autonomously communicate through inter-satellite communication link, ISL, incorporated with inbuilt intelligence to know the states of other spacecraft. The Novel Relative Orbit Determination and Propagation RODP processor used for Spadex is GNSS based. It is meant to determine the relative position and velocity of other spacecraft.
Plus 13 minutes.
The noteworthy thing is, due to small size of Spadex spacecraft, the precision involved is higher than what is sufficient for a larger spacecraft. Indigenous novel autonomous rendezvous and docking strategy have been developed.
Vehicle in hosting phase before
चतुर्थ
satellite
चरण
separation
को
for 117 seconds.
अब बंद कर दिया गया है। कुछ ही क्षणों में अंतक्षेपण की स्थितियां प्राप्त की जाएंगी। इस घटनाक्रम में कक्षा में अंतक्षेपण की स्थितियां प्राप्त होते ही स्पेडएक्स बी को सर्वप्रथम अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा। उसके 3 सेकंड के पश्चात स्पेडएक्स ए को अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा।
The 4th stage having shut off.
Plus 14 minutes.
Vehicle is currently coasting.
स्पेडएक्स उपग्रहों में विशेष संवेदक लगाए गए हैं। जी हाँ, अभी रेंज ऑपरेशन डायरेक्टर ने इसकी पुष्टि की। कक्षा में अंतक्षेपण की स्थितियां प्राप्त की जा चुकी हैं। कुछ ही क्षणों में स्पेडएक्स बी का प्रमोशन हम देखेंगे।
We are few seconds away from the injection of Spadex B spacecraft, followed by Spadex A separation, which will take place 3 seconds later.
plus 15 minutes.
कक्षा में अंतरिक्षेपण की स्थितियां प्राप्त की जा चुकी हैं।
Spadex B and Spadex A satellites are separated.
जी हाँ, और रेंज ऑपरेशन डायरेक्टर ने इसकी पुष्टि की। दोनों
This
मुख्य
is Range
उपग्रह
Operation
Spadex
Director.
B और Spadex A दोनों को
PSLV-C60 mission
सफलतापूर्वक
accomplished with respect
उद्दिष्ट
to
कक्षा में
Spadex
अंतरिक्षित
satellite
कर दिया गया
separation.
है।
But mission is continuing for PS4 orbital platform experiment, that is POEM4, with two phases of fourth stage restart. After two phases of restart, PS4 stage orbit will be changed to 354 km circular. The first phase of PS4 restart happens in non-visibility period. The second phase of PS4 restart takes place in the visibility period of Shetland in orbit 2. During the non-visibility period, ground trace will be updated by extrapolation on the video wall. The non-visibility period is approximately for 3100 seconds. All the stations involved in operation shall continue in operations. Handing over to Mission Director.
This is Mission Director. Pslv-C60 Spadex mission is accomplished with respect to Spadex A and B satellites. POEM operations will continue. Thank you.
A jubilant ambience here on the night of 30th December 2024. ISRO has got its own space docking experiment. Do continue to follow the social media handles of ISRO for the updates on the space handshake. Stay tuned for the address by Secretary DOS, Chairman ISRO, Dr. S. Somnath. We take leave from you. Goodbye.
इस मिशन में मुख्य उपग्रह को सफलतापूर्वक अंतरिक्षेपित करने के पश्चात यह मिशन जारी है पोयम प्रयोगों के लिए। अब कुछ ही क्षणों में हम इसरो अध्यक्ष द्वारा भाषण सुनेंगे। इसके साथ ही हम आपसे आज्ञा लेते हैं। शुभ रात्रि।
Call him. Surendra. I'm really happy to announce the successful accomplishment of the launch of Pslv-C60 for the Spadex mission. The rocket has placed the satellites in the right orbit, which is 475 kilometer circular orbit. That's only one part of the mission, injection of the Spadex satellites. Now, in another 15 minutes, the fourth stage of PSLV will change its orbit from 475 kilometer to 350 kilometer lower orbit by first phase of firing. And also, the second phase of firing will be at about 1 hour 20 minutes later after the liftoff. So that process is continuing to enable POEM operations to happen. Further to that, the spacecraft is also going to wait for the solar panel deployment. So the team spacecraft is looking at whether the panels are deployed or not. So we'll get a confirmation soon. So as far as we are concerned, the mission is very well as far as the rocket is concerned. So it has placed the satellite in the right orbit. The Spadex 2 satellites are moved. You would have seen in the animation that they moved little one behind the other. So over the period of time, for the days, it will pick up further distance, travel to almost a 20 kilometer distance away. And then the rendezvous and docking process will start. And we hope that the docking process can happen in another 1 week. The nominal time is going to be approximately 7th of January. So I'm waiting for the panel deployment status. I think you have the status? Yes, sir. Yes. So I would like to say that the panels of the satellites have been deployed successfully. So congratulations to the entire team of the PSLV project who put the satellite in the right orbit. Also the Spadex team who worked very innovative, novel, cost-effective docking demonstration mission using 2 small satellite bus architecture. So congratulations to them as well. And also two very important parts of this mission is the POEM-4, where we have 24 payloads hosted, which are from the startups, industries, academic institutions, research laboratories, and also from Isro centers. All the R&D payloads are there waiting for testing in the coming days, in fact in months. So congratulations to them for successful accomplishment of all the mission objectives through the POEM. So once again, thank you. Before I hand over, I would like to request the mission director, Mr. Jayakumar, to speak a few words.
Thank you, sir. So, hearty congrats to Team ISRO for venturing into the exciting domain of space docking. This mission is once again a POEM-intensive mission. We have 24 payloads on board, and congratulations to the team who have developed these payloads adhering to our schedules. And congratulations to InSpace for facilitating the delivery of these payloads. This time we are flying the indigenous Vikram 3201 based mission management computer in POEM. Also we have interesting experiments like space robots doing debris capture and inchworm walking, then plasmaspheric and electron density measurements. 3 biological experiments are there, advanced inertial sensors, green propulsion systems, etc. And this month, in fact, we had 2 launches of PSLV from the same launch pad, that is the first launch pad. So after the first launch, the SDC team, SHART team, was very quick in refurbishing the launch pad. Special thanks to them, and also to the teams in VSSC. We also had the movement of the fully integrated vehicle that is up to the PS4 stage from PIF to MST. So let me thank the SDSC and VSSC teams for making this possible. On this occasion, let me thank Chairman ISRO, who is a role model for all of us, and all the center directors for the ardent support provided, and to the mission executives, Sri Damodaran, Chandramouli, Grahadure, Raghavendra, and Surendran, who have worked as a coherent team. I thank all the SDS and SR agencies spread across different centers for their tremendous efforts to make this launch on schedule. Let me take this opportunity to thank chairman and members of Lab, MRR, FRR, ORC, and all the DRTs for the extensive reviews and clearing all systems. I place on record our deep appreciation for our industry partners for the key role they play in realizing different systems and carrying out the integration of the vehicle as per schedule. Let me also thank my own PSLV project team for their tireless efforts put in for the past few months. Thanks to the admin and auxiliary staff who have supported our campaign activities. Finally, I thank our dear family members for understanding us and providing wholehearted support for keeping our mission successful. Wishing all of you a happy New Year 2025. Jai Hind.
The concept of the docking experiment in orbit has been a long journey in terms of conceptualization, the architecture of these 2 satellites that came about, and building it over many years of work done by the team at URSC, Rao Satellite Center. The current satellite project director will speak to you now.
Respected Chairman ISRO and our various center directors and distinguished members of our ISRO community who are all assembled here, and my dear colleagues. Good evening to all of you. At the outset, I would like to congratulate our PSLV team for the 2 successful launches that were in a month. I think it's a record, and for proving that way the vehicle's robustness once again. You have also placed our twin babies in a perfect circular orbit as per our requirement, and I'm happy to share the news that our solar panels are successfully deployed, and the spacecraft are on their journey, unfolding their wings towards the docking experiment, which is expected to be happening around January 1st week. This mission is very interesting and challenging, not just because of our space docking experiment. The interesting POEM-4 payloads, which are also unique and futuristic in nature. Let me congratulate all our POEM team members, payload team, for their further operation success. On this happy occasion, I would like to, crossing this important milestone of our Spadex project, I thank our Chairman ISRO and Director URSC for their valuable guidance and support provided during the entire period. Also, I would like to put on record my gratitude and appreciation to all our earlier program directors, project directors, and project executives for their significant contribution. Also, Spadex has undergone a thorough review mechanisms, various review mechanisms. I would like to put on record my sincere appreciation and gratitude to all our committee members, chairmen, for their invaluable effort, guidance, and contributions. As you are aware, the space sector is going through a phase change to enable the private participation in a big way to meet our growing demands, as per our latest space policy guidelines. As an enabler, Spadex was assembled, integrated, and tested at a vendor premises for the first time. As earlier, many other industries also have significantly contributed for the fabrication and testing of the subsystem packages. I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank all the industry partners for their valuable contributions in growing our space ecosystem. My appreciation to our admin, accounts, purchase, stores, transport, canteen, medical, and maintenance teams for their effort in ensuring all our team members are able to concentrate on their work peacefully. Last but not at the least, I'd like to thank my entire project team for their sincere and untiring hard work, and their family members for their better understanding of the situation. I am sure that with that kind of a support and effort put forth, we will be successful in meeting all the mission objectives of docking, undocking, power transfer, and payload operations. Let us pray and wish for the same. Best wishes to all of us, and happy advanced New Year. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Surendran, the satellite director. Now, what we are all anxiously going to wait is the operation of the Spadex docking. I think the very innovative architecture of the docking mechanism and the further mission process have been fully validated using extensive testing and demonstration in URAO Satellite Center. So before we go into that operations, there will be a few days of gap and the operations will happen control center from ISRO Bangalore. But before that actual activity happened today, I would like to request the director of URAO Satellite Center to speak about what is going to be happening in the coming few days.
Good evening. Congratulations to everyone for this spectacular and perfect launch of the Spadex 01 and 02 satellites into the circular 475 kilometer 55 degree orbit as intended. As chairman was mentioning, the activity for us starts now. The vehicle has given a small delta V by delaying the second satellite separation by about 3 seconds, and this will about 10 meters per second rate, this distance will grow, and we are expecting by tomorrow evening the two satellites will get separated by about 20 kilometers. At this point, we will start using the onboard propulsion system on one of the two satellites to arrest the drift so that we maintain 20 kilometer distance between the two satellites, and like twins, they will be going around in the same orbit with the same speed. We have to wait for 4 days for the appropriate sun orientation for the docking to happen, because in this orbit the sun is going to go all around the spacecraft body. So we require another 4 days of wait for the sun relative position to come in a favorable condition, so that in the docking orientation the two spacecraft will generate sufficient power. At this point, again we will initiate the drift of the two satellites, so that the 20 kilometer distance is progressively reduced to 5 kilometers, 1.5 kilometers, like that it will reduce. And after we reach 5 kilometers onwards, we are going to enable the inter-satellite RF link between these two satellites, so that the two satellites will talk to each other and exchange their own position, attitude, this kind of information they will exchange, which will enable us to evaluate the software logics which are there in the spacecraft, and also the several new sensors that have been developed by our laboratory for electro-optic systems, Bangalore. These sensors will be one by one evaluated for their fitness for initiating this docking sequence. So docking sequence will start once the inter-satellite distance is reduced to 1.5 kilometers. From there onwards, 3 different algorithms are going to be used, guidance algorithms are going to be used to minimize the propellant consumption, but achieve the required movement between the 2 satellites without actually deviating too much away, so that the sensors do not lose a line of sight among these 2. This is a very innovative way this has been done. And once we reach 3 kilometers, 3 meters, the final guidance algorithm will be initiated, which will be a constant velocity PV guidance, it is called. With the constant velocity of about 10 millimeters per second, the chaser satellite will go and enter into the target satellite. This will be detected by another sensor on board the satellite, which will initiate the docking sequence inside the 2 satellites. So with the initiation of this sequence, the latches will be released and the clamps on both sides will try to grab each of the satellite, so that from both sides the satellite will try to hug each other. And once they hold each other together, the ring which has been extended on the chaser satellite will be retracted, so that the target satellite will be pulled towards the chaser satellite, and the 2 satellites will become as a single unit. And here the rigidization will be carried out. That means that you require a minimum force of more than about 25 Newton to even give a small separation between those 2 satellites. So the 2 satellites will get rigidized, and then the initiation of the power transfer mechanism will be done, where we will transfer power from satellite 1 to satellite 2. This will be used to power a heater in the satellite 2, which will demonstrate to us that the power transfer has indeed taken place, and that will also be seen on that day of the docking itself. After this, the combined 2 satellite composite will be controlled by the control system of one of the satellite. This is also an important new requirement enabling technology for future, where we go and dock it to the International Space Station, like that our Bharatiya Antariksh Station, or any other 2 satellites. When we are docking together, we should be able to control the entire composite with only one control system. That is going to be demonstrated. Then the 2 satellites will get separated and move away, so that the independent payload operations will happen. So this is the sequence of activities. We are hoping that we will achieve this docking by the 7th of January in forenoon. All systems working well, and all our logics working as per our plan. This is the sequence of activities. The Spadex mission itself is a demonstration of the tenacity of our teams, because as the chairman mentioned, this work as a thought experiment started in around 1989, and at that time nobody thought that this is required for us, but the tenacity is seen, so that finally when the project was approved in 2016, we have realized this over several years, developed several test beds for validating the mechanism as well as the docking sequence, the sensors. Large amount of work has been done. It has been a combined effort of so many people across the Isro centers as well as industry. And as project director already mentioned, this is also one of the trailblazer for our industry involvement in the satellite integration and testing. So far, large satellites have not been realized in the industry by themselves. This is the first time these 2 satellites have been integrated and tested in the industry, and we hope that this is going to be the first of several such satellites which will be done by the industry on their own. That is what we all wish. And once again, let me thank the PSLV team for providing a perfect launch, because a good start is half the work done. So that has happened now. The good start has come, and I'm sure our teams right now at Bangalore tracking the satellite and preparing for the next operations are going to be busy for the next few days. Thank you very much for your patience, for hearing me the whole thing, and wish you all the very best for very, very happy new year, because this year started on a bang with the ExpoSat launch again by PSLV on January 1st, and we are ending this year almost on the last day of the year with another PSLV launch with the Spadex, which is a technology mission. What else we can ask for when we are working in a technology organization? And this is our gift, New Year gift to the nation, Indian nation. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much. What I need to say that already has been told by Shankaran. I won't prolong. So with me, my team, especially the directors of all centers are here. To save time, I am not requesting each one to speak, but their contribution in providing the systems for the rocket as well as the satellites is really important. Their leadership for building the very resilient, innovative team. And specifically today, I would like to thank each one of you for your contribution and work, and that is what is left behind for us to accomplish the docking mission as well. But very important point which I would like to speak and then conclude. We are waiting for the PS4 stage to change its orbit. It will be happening any moment. We are in the data non-availability zone. We will get soon the confirmation, and the whole night we will be watching that part. But we won't keep you waiting for it. We will get to know about it tomorrow morning. The orbit of the PS4 stage will change to 350 kilometers, where the POEM payloads will be initiated. Based on the ground commands, each of the payloads will be tested. There are very interesting payloads on board, which many of you would have already read from our websites about the robotic activities, as well as many of the interesting life science related payloads, as well as propulsion related payloads in the POEM. So we have the teams from many startups, industries, academic institutions enabled by InSpace to be brought to the POEM. There are 10 payloads from NGEs, and there are around 11 payloads from Isro centers testing various technologies. And we wish that all of them go very well. And that is a work for us in the new year 2025 to see all of this happen, including the docking. So I will say goodbye to you at this moment from the control center at Satish Dhawan Space Center, and wish you a very, very happy new year 2025. In 2025, we will have many missions. To start with, we have the mission of GSLV launching the NVS-02 in the month of January. So until we announce that mission, let me say good night and bye from Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota. Thank you.